Want to skip the line? You're going to wait. Want to skip the line? You're going to wait. I worked at a guard shack for a distribution center. My job was to direct and process all incoming and outbound traffic, as well as handle any necessary paperwork. Most semi-truck drivers are paid by the mile, so I had some empathy for their time and tried to do my job as efficiently and pleasantly as possible. That being said, when it gets busy, it indeed gets busy. It took me roughly 2 minutes to process the paperwork and check the information of each truck, which I don't think is too bad. Container haulers are a bit of a different story, however. They pick up shipping containers at the rail yard, drop them off at the distribution center, and most of the time grab an empty container to take back to the yard. Rinse and repeat. So I saw these same individuals several times a day, roughly every hour or so, while they were fulfilling their quota for the day. They get paid by the hour and know the drill. On each side of the guard shack, there are 2 lanes. 2 lanes for inbound traffic and 2 lanes for outbound traffic. The outmost lane on both sides is usually blocked with a track cone because those lanes are reserved as emergency exit routes. We keep them clear in case there's an unexpected situation on the lot that requires quick access to ambulances and fire trucks, which, in my 7 years of working at the center, happened during my shift more times than you would think. Every now and then, a maintenance worker or guard would move those cones for some reason or another, and like bees to honey, truckers would attempt to use those lanes. And monkey see, monkey do. Now there's an entire line of trucks I have to sort and redirect if I catch it happening, haha. If I saw the chaos unfolding before my eyes, I would stop what I was doing and politely direct them back into their designated lane and reposition the cone. If it's an honest mistake because they didn't realize any better, no harm done though, back to the shipping container haulers. They know better, and as previously mentioned, they get paid by the hour. Every now and then, I would be extremely busy with a long line of trucks awaiting processing. The shipping container hauler who was operating without a trailer attached to his truck, which means he's bobtail, would pull into the emergency lane and expect me to open the gate for them so they could cut in front of others like it was their own personal express lane. Absolutely not. Not only will allowing that put my job at risk, but it will also turn the emergency access route into a fully active lane. This means I won't have the necessary resources, including my computer and printer, to handle the situation out there. I'll have no access to them. Additionally, if an accident were to occur, emergency services would not be able to respond in a timely manner. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm already overwhelmed. Running back and forth to redirect the out-of-place vehicles doubles the time it takes me to complete my duties. So when truckers deliberately pull up there, ignoring all the rules and regulations, I would ignore them. If I happened to notice in time, I would jump out and place a cone behind them to stop other people from following suit, and then I would prioritize directing the trucks that are actually abiding by the rules, all while ignoring the container guy who is honking, waving his arm, pointing at the gate to get my attention. And only after clearing the congestion would I walk over and explain that they're going to have to back up and rejoin the proper lane in the correct order. If I hadn't caught it in time, I would proceed to redirect everyone who was foolish enough to follow this meanie's lead, put the cone back into position, and meet everyone back at the guard shack with a friendly smile, slightly smiling face, even if they are a bit cantankerous after that. Guess it wasn't an express lane after all, and you just wasted a significant amount of time and some of your pride for acting entitled.